Polite inquiries. I haven't finished yet.
Oh,
Old Trafford.
I had one job. Why are you
As
speaking
per
so slowly?
usual. Don't know. Just, taking my time. John asks, Rory Burns is batting in his proper position.
Yeah.
Rory Burns
Yeah.
has batted in the same position
Yeah,
all
yeah.
summer. Rory Burns is making runs.
Yeah, funny that.
Coincidence?
Well, obviously not.
Is that all you got?
Well, he's answered the question. I mean, it's a really good question.
It is, that's why.
Yeah, it's a really specialist position, and he's shown that if you pick specialists to do it, you've got a better chance of success. He's passed 50 3 times in the series, including 100. I think all the other openers combined have made 150 between them. It's really difficult in these conditions to open the batting, and he's showing that those old-fashioned skills like leaving, like not pushing at the ball, are really important still. And hopefully the people who select the sides are learning from that.
It's probably the bright spot, really, for England, apart from Ben Stokes, but a bright spot to finally have an opener in there who actually looks like he could be suited to the part.
And I'm sure that it won't be too long before people are asking whether he could be a captain.
Whisper it.
Well, don't whisper it.
Oh, okay. Captain Rory!
Oh, I wouldn't have done it just
Oh,
as Joe was coming out of the dressing room, but yeah.
Patrick asks,
Hi, Patrick.
how did Australia ever pick Siddle ahead of Hazelwood?
It's not over Hazelwood, though. I mean, okay, you're right as well, actually. Hazelwood looks fantastic. I mean, I just think he's brilliant.
The hard thing is to think, how could, in any permutation, could he be left out of a side?
Okay, well, that's
I
completely
guess.
fair. I think, though, that there would be a case, wouldn't there, for picking Siddle ahead of Starc. I'd have picked Starc, and I probably would have been wrong, because he released the pressure, whereas Siddle might not have done. But yeah, Hazelwood looks... I was thinking about it today, we're just looking at the world rankings. There's probably only one seamer in the world I'd pick ahead of him at the moment.
Bumrah?
Yeah.
Franzi asks, if Jason Roy was a dog, what sort of dog would he be?
The sort of dog you wouldn't ask to open the batting in Test cricket.
I'd say a Rhodesian Ridgeback, because they're originally from the southern part of Africa, and they're very, very aggressive and go hard at everything.
No, that's quite good. But basically, you wouldn't ask a dog to play Test cricket.
Dinaka asks, Starc only 11 overs, why wasn't he given a go?
You were watching, were you?
I think he was given a go.
He was given a go. He didn't bowl very well. He kept on releasing the pressure. I mean, he bowled 5 maidens in there, but but he basically went at 4s, and every time he was on, he released the pressure, really.
It was just a bit scattergun, wasn't it? And he started sort of spraying it down leg side, short balls. Burns in particular wasn't having so much trouble actually releasing. It was always a danger with Starc, wasn't it? The risk reward. Freddie asks, will Joe Root ever get a century, and is he well and truly out of the famous 4?
The famous 4?
That's like the Fab 4,
Okay.
famous 4,
Weakest.
frivolous 4.
Will he ever get one? I don't know. I mean,
Yes,
I
he's
suspect he
gonna
will.
get one. Of course he is.
Is he? Should you be rating him with Kohli and Smith and whoever else is in there? Williamson? No. You shouldn't.
He's out. It's now the Fab 3.
Well, I don't
Bingo.
know, because it was always a slightly arbitrary number anyway.
James asks, if Burns and Root had scored at a runner ball, England would be in a much better position.
my lord.
Will
Who's this
Bayliss, James, will Bayliss
What's his Twitter name?
investor.bot.
Okay,
Wait till
so
I finish
that's
asking.
actually Trevor Bayliss in disguise. That's my theory.
Well, it says, will Bayliss urge the selectors to have a rethink rather than picking 2 slow-scoring batsmen in the top 3?
I think he's come round.
Gotta go fast.
I don't think he thinks that anymore.
Really? What does he think? Slower. Gotta go slower.
I think he just wants people who aren't out in the first 10 minutes. I did ask him yesterday whether he would ever go on Twitter. I'll do an impression of his face. Just a bit. But Burns played brilliantly, didn't he? Did he
Yeah.
absolutely not nail it? And
Yes.
and it was actually, I thought, really absorbing.
I thought it was great Test cricket. It was like old-fashioned growing. Think of how,
Yeah.
and especially I think what's encouraging for England is them doing it in the first innings. Hugh asks, when do we start talking about the follow-on? And is there any other links between players' names and numbers like Route 66?
That's non-sequitur.
That's
Yeah, definitely the
what about
follow-on's
the
a
follow-on?
huge issue. I think if England get past the follow-on, they've got a really good chance of avoiding defeat here and, keeping the series alive at the Oval.
It's a risk knowing what happened at Headingley. It's a risk. Well, it's a big risk.
It's
isn't
difficult with a 3-man attack and 1 spinner.
it? If England got out somewhere around the follow-on, Australia might think, well, we'll
I suspect
go
they
back for a
wouldn't.
session
Yeah.
and then
We can't leave England
I know.
4 sessions with Ben Stokes in the
It's
side.
true. So it's a tricky. Mark asks,
Mark.
Stuart Broad has played 2 test innings during September. In both he was out for 38. Is this the most useless piece of information you found out today?
Oh, it's right up there.
Yeah. That's the most useless thing I've heard today. We'll see you
I
tomorrow.
don't know, I sat next to you most of the
I
day.
knew you were going to do
Lots
that.
of anecdotes about,
We'll see you tomorrow.
life in Orange.
We'll
That's
see
where
you-
she's from. You'd never known that, would you?
We'll see you tomorrow.
Life in pantomime.
We'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know, it's sort of just, I tune it out.
We'll see you tomorrow.